Hello everybody, how are you? It has been a while since I did Facebook Live. I wanted to take the holidays off, get some rest and relaxation, although like everybody else, I had one day where I wasn't feeling well. That was about it. I try not to get sick. It's really my policy not to be sick. And sometimes I succeed. For the most part, I'm going to say 99% of the time I succeed, and every once in a while I get sick and yikes. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about my theme for 2018 and what your theme is. Now, I have always been a big goal setter. I love setting goals because for me, it's a sense of accomplishment when you achieve those goals. But I kind of decided to change it up this year, although I still have goals, be honest, and make it a theme. And I wanted to pick, the first theme I picked was 100% all in. But in reality, and if you don't know me, I was in the Air Force for 4 years as a medic. So as an Air Force medic, took care of all the flyboys. So I have a lot of Air Force vernacular. So what I would have put if I knew everybody it's balls to the wall in 2018. It's all in, it's all or nothing. Let's get this done. Let's take care of business. Let's quit screwing around year. So that was my first theme, and I thought, that's great. I love that theme. I am in. Man, that lit me up. And then I sat and thought, but what would have the most impact? And it's really vulnerability. I encourage people to be vulnerable. I encourage people to let me show them a way, another way. Let me show them how to rewrite their past, how to overcome a past of abuse and, physically, sexually. I mean, I've been there. I overcame this past. I have a good life. I've made my mistakes along the way, don't get me wrong, but I've done well in my opinion. But I don't like being vulnerable. And I think as I was pondering this over the holiday, I think a lot of people, a lot of Me Too women, a lot of the women that have abuse in their past don't like to be vulnerable because, when you're vulnerable, it didn't work out well. Vulnerability meant that you were taken advantage of. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. And I know that's not the true word of vulnerability. I get that. I read Brene Brown's books on vulnerability. I absolutely read them and thought, oh, that's great. Everybody else can do it. But it's not my jam. But I realized if I wanted to show up in 2018 and I wanted to be all in, balls to the wall, 100%, I had to be authentic. And to be authentic, you have to be vulnerable. Now, last year, about this time, I started a 30-day vulnerability study, 30-day commitment. I even set up a group, so I challenged everybody else to their vulnerabilities. I made it all the way to day 4, and I thought, nope, I'm out. I'm not good with this. So this is a year I'm really going to work on it. And I'm going to post a video, hopefully get it done today or tomorrow, talking about probably my biggest vulnerability, which is the book I wrote. But I'm committing to myself, and I'll share, as we go down the stream, I'll share what I've learned, that I'm going to focus on being vulnerable. And sometimes it's just the little things. I'm going to a seminar in 2 weeks. And my husband said, instead of staying for 4 days at the hotel, why don't we stay 2 days while the seminar, because he's coming with me, during a seminar, and why don't we take off and drive down to Laguna and spend the night? And I said, that's a great idea. And I got online and I started looking at hotel rooms, and I'm like, the prices are still pretty high. He goes, well, why don't we just wait till that day? And I looked at him and I was like, well, let's get it planned out. And he said, okay, if you want to. And all of a sudden I caught myself and realized, I want it planned out because to me, when you're vulnerable, you're not safe. And I know that's not for everybody, but that's how I feel. That I have to have a certain amount of control. Now, if you look at my Kobe scores, and I don't know if you know anything about Kobe's, but it's how your default, what you react to. In business, I'm a risk taker. 100% all-in risk taker. When I took this job I have now 20 years ago, they had nothing. We had zip. They could barely pay me. And my husband had just had a stroke and he wasn't working. And I'm like, I'll make it work. But when it comes to my personal life, I like a little bit of control in certain areas. And I looked at it, I said, you know what, you're right. We'll just wait till we get closer. And if nothing else, as we're driving down the Highway 1, we'll call some of the hotels and see who has openings. So I'm going to commit about my vulnerability, but also balls to the walls, 100% in. So I'll be talking about that over the year. I want you to share your vulnerabilities if you feel comfortable with it. Or what is your theme for 2018? I think goals and themes are impactful. And actually I got the idea 3 or 4 years ago from Zuckerberg, from Zuck on Facebook, because that's what he does. He picks the theme every year, and this year his theme is to fix Facebook. And just all the political stuff, which I think is noble. Last year I think it was to speak Mandarin. Seriously, dude, that's just called overperforming. So anyway, that's my goal for this year. And I'll let you know how it goes at the seminar as we drive down the one. Do we find a hotel or do I break down and say, let's just hedge our bets just in case? So I'll let you guys know. Let me know what your theme and goal is for 2018. I look forward to working with you guys this year. I hope I bring you hope. I hope I bring you inspiration. I hope that you learn that there's nothing you can't overcome. If you really want it bad enough, you can do it. I know somebody I know is writing a book called Anomaly because she had sex abuse and physical abuse in her past, and she's considered an anomaly because she's a multimillionaire. And I thought, wow, you really are. And then I thought, well, wait a second. I'm not a multimillionaire by any stretch of the imagination, but I've overcome it. And I still, if you bought my book, Blue Rose Bookstore, The Gift of Why, available on Amazon.com, y'all. If you get that, you'll see it. You'll see the inner battles. But we all have it. I mean, I'm just so blown away by how many women have this in their past and how many women are letting it impact them so powerfully. We need to, as people, help one another, share how we overcame it, share what our recipe is, because I'm not any different than you. I guess I just kind of figured out the pieces. I'm one of those people that can see I can see patterns. I can see changes. I can take this big, huge concept and drill it down into 5 easy steps. So I'm here to help you this year. Let's work together. Let me know what your themes are. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.